Is the thought of a second Halloween in this panini not scary enough for you? Then add another layer by watching some of the most horrifying Pinoy movies out there. On this episode of Spot's 10 List, we give you 10 must-watch Filipino movies sure to give you the thrills. Whether from stories that are straight-up horror, have more psychological undercurrents, or are basically just retellings of the worst parts of the world. So give those headlines a break for once and check out some of these not-so-fictional scares. If you don't see your favorite here, tell us about it in the comments below. Midnight in a Perfect World, 2020. What happens if Metro Manila does become the ideal new society? All hell breaks loose once night falls, as this chilling and dreamlike movie portrays. Glyza De Castro and Jasmine Curtis Smith are just two of the actors playing a group of friends who find themselves stuck in a safe house to keep from being abducted in the night and disappearing forever. Safe ka ba? Only, the house isn't exactly as safe as they had hoped. Midnight in a Perfect World was an entry to the 2020 Q Cinema and is a pretty gripping exploration of what Manila could be, or maybe even already is.
Ayaw ko pa pala mamatay.
BLISS, 2017. A terrible accident forces a successful actress, portrayed by Isa Calzado, into a wheelchair. As she recovers from her injuries, she is left to stay at home, under the care and supervision of her husband and a nurse she can't trust, who doesn't seem to want her to get better.
Kababalik ko lang.
As the days go by, her lucid moments become fewer and farther in between, with the nurse and husband becoming less and less trustworthy. Straddling the lines between psychological and straight-up horror, this acclaimed Gerald Barrog movie can't be missed. Smaller and Smaller Circles, 2017. Based on the critically acclaimed novel by F.H. Patakan, this film follows two Jesuit priests solving a mystery involving a serial killer in Payatas. As the bureaucracy insists that there are no serial killers in the Philippines, their target continues to prey on young boys, disfiguring their faces and genitalia. Will the two priests be able to find the answers in time? Gory and disturbing, this story speaks loud and clear on issues of abuse, poverty, and the holes in our justice system.
What evidence?
ML, Martial Law, 2018. Carlo, played by Tony Labrusca, is a pro-martial law millennial who must interview someone who actually lived through the regime for a school assignment. Enter Colonel De La Cruz, played by Eddie Garcia. The old colonel is a retired Metrocom officer now suffering from Alzheimer's disease, messing with his idea of, well, what day and age it is.
You are the casualties of war.
Quick note that the graphic depictions of torture in the film are based on true accounts from martial law victims. Feeling spooked yet? We can't say we didn't mean to scare you, but some of these films can seem almost true to life. To spare you from the creeps, just hit the subscribe button and browse safely through our other, less scary videos. KISAPMATA, 1981. True crime fans have to watch this classic film at least once. This movie is based on Nick Joaquin's reportage on the murder on Spot.ph Street, the chilling case of a father's abuse and eventual murder-suicide in what seemed like an ideal family home in 1961. The dark themes of power, abuse, even incest are brought to life on screen by a powerhouse cast of Vic Silayan as the cop father in a So Good We Hate Him performance, alongside Jurita Solis, who plays his wife, and Chara Santos as their daughter. Directed by Mike De Leon, this movie was restored in 2020, so you can experience this brutal real-life case in HD. It may not be a supernatural horror fit for Halloween, but sometimes there's nothing scarier than actual human beings. The Road, 2011. The year is 2008. Two girls and a friend sneak out to drive his mother's car without any of them having a driver's license. They mysteriously end up in a loop, seeing a red car moving without a driver. Their car eventually crashes, reopening a decade-old case and an even older curse. An officer assigned to the case is more involved than he seems, and while the plot is fully chaotic, the film is underlined with themes of freedom, hypocrisy, and abuse. Block Z, 2020. There's probably no director that could have given the massive zombie genre a Pinoy context better than Michiko Red. The filmmaker brought out the gore and the surprises for this epic movie about a bunch of medical students who find themselves stuck in ground zero during a viral outbreak. Starring Joshua Garcia, Julia Barreto, Maris Raquel, and more, this high adrenaline movie is a great ride, and proof that, yep, local cinema special effects does have something to offer. The Healing, 2012. Starring Vilma Santos and Kim Chu, The Healing is about Manang Elsa, a faith healer with a pretty solid reputation. Seth, portrayed by Santos, is the first person to witness this healing when her father miraculously recovers from a stroke under Manang Elsa's hands. The whole village then looks to Manang Elsa for healing, but things quickly go south as people who have been healed start to become possessed by their own doppelgangers. Chito S. Roña directed this supernatural film, diving deep into Pinoy beliefs with the added twist of doppelgangers. SEKLUSYON, 2016. A movie about aspiring priests undergoing an old ritual called SEKLUSYON, wherein they isolate themselves in a monastery. There they meet Angela, a child who performs miracles, impressing some of the priests and causing them to blindly believe in her and her power.
May awa po ang Panginoon Mang Sandoval.
But what seems too good to be true usually is, as the men of the order are taunted by old sins in their dreams, and they learn that there are miracles that come with a price. SEKLUSYON swept the 2016 Metro Manila Film Festival Awards, including Best Director for Eric Mati. EERIE, 2019. Bea Alonzo takes on the role of Patricia, a guidance counselor at an exclusive all-girls Catholic school. When the death of a student by a parent's suicide leaves others traumatized, she launches her own unauthorized investigation. In an attempt to solve what caused the suicide, Pat seeks the help of the ghost to uncover the darker mysteries of the academy. The setting will probably hit a little too close to home for those of us who went to all-girls schools, and EERIE is definitely the best description for it. The film's director, Michiko Red, is also known for his hits, Birdshot and Dead Kids. Do you have other Filipino thriller and horror favorites? Is there another movie that deserves to be on this list, or another one entirely? Comment down below and hit the notification bell so you'll be the first to know about the sequel to this video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.